Testing, 1, 2, 3.
All of us, or
Good evening, how is everyone tonight? Okay, good.
it's also very impressive. They're done. So you go, what do you do? It's like, we need to make it easier for you. And that's just the Arapahoe. It doesn't count all the other places, all these units out there. And, you know, it's just. Let me see, so it's. It was pretty clear, and the number of us that they heard this time, we solved state's problem. And then, well, more. You can afford it, and then you're about afford it. So. The reason for the reason why you're not building a house now is the interest rates were not. So it's not affordable for the next. All the rest are it costs so much. Nobody. Whether it's an affordable house or not. It costs so much to comply with the green energy stuff. Whether it's affordable or not affordable. So the only thing you do is you like put cheap materials together. You know. Because it's like, we're talking about over 200,000. You could hurt and see. But the problem is, you know, if you talk about the numbers, I think the most that's true. And housing is not so.
Hi. If you're considering making a public comment, yes, that true.
Sure, we'll try this anyway.
Just in case you guys say something, you just take it from.
Jump up and,
That's right.
Anybody just want to say?
right?
Okay, I'm going to. You recording? I call this meeting to order at 6:05 p.m. Roll call.
Carolyn Mueller. Present. Michael Delafano. Absent. Karen Fisher. Absent. Carson Green.
Here.
Tom Skelly,
Here.
this is Arapahoe staff. Dominic Sisson, absent. Chris Henning, absent. Monica Kovaci, here. William Mast,
Here.
Alex Flopper, absent. Larry Mugler, absent. And I am Laura Walton.
Thank you. I'm going to start the committee presentation of the map selections. Members of this committee were myself, William McCartan as chair. Diane Holland is our vice chair. She's not able to come tonight. We also have Carolyn Bowler, Michael Delaforno, Karen Fisher, Carson Green, Deborah Johnson, David Kerber, and Stephanie Pico. We also have 3 alternates, Frida Milken, Carolyn Paloza, and Mary Jo Lobeda, who is serving tonight because of the absence of one of the committee members. The redistricting process is governed by Colorado Revised Statute 30-10-306, and it occurs every 10 years. The data used is the data of the census of 2020, which was April 1st, 2020. The population for Arapahoe County on that date was 655,070 people. So the process of redistricting also must be transparent and consider public comments. That's one of the reasons for tonight, is to get any comments from you who are in attendance, or anyone online, or anyone who has submitted comments to the Redistricting Advisory Commission. We had criteria for deciding the lines for each of the 5 commissioner districts. The first criteria is that they must be nearly equal in population, no more than a variance of plus or minus 5%. That means no more than 5% from the largest to the smallest district. Second thing we had to consider was the Voting Rights Act. And that it means that we must not divide communities with shared values that benefit from being within one commissioner district. Third criteria that we must follow is, if possible, not to split cities and towns. We also, if possible, must maintain political competitiveness. And another criteria, to the extent possible, there must be compactness of districts. It's what we call the eyeball. If you look at it and you see that, okay, we don't have Commissioner District 1 include part of Bennett, because that would just be obviously not compatible. The commission started with, the committee started with 16 maps, and we have narrowed that down to 4, which you see over here against the wall. You can also see online. We will use any feedback that we receive at these public engagement meetings or online to make the final recommendation of 3 maps to the County Board of Commissioners. So the next steps are, we will consider all comments and possibly make any changes. The final recommendation will be made from the advisory committee to the Board of Commissioners in June. The Board of County Commissioners can then make any changes they want or request us to adjust any of the maps. And then they will ultimately make a final decision in August of this year. looking at map A, which is the furthest to the left over there is the districts as they sit right now. And map A, one of the criterias or one of the factors that we used in drawing that map were to use roadways, in other words, established roads, as the primary dividers between Commissioner District 2 and 3 and Commissioner District 4 and 5. So that was Buckley and Smoky Hill Road between Commissioner Districts 2 and 3, and Mississippi and Jewel between Commissioner Districts 4 and 5. We also connected Glendale, the community of Glendale, to District 4 via Leetsdale and Parker Road. The population in Commissioner District 3 is lower than the other 4 commissioner districts because the greatest growth is anticipated to be in the area of Commissioner District 3. But even with this adjustment on map A, the difference between the largest and the smallest commissioner district in population is only 4%. We had communities of interest. Community of interest is the corridor of Interstate 25, which is in Commissioner District 2. There's similar communities on both sides of those that share many factors and concerns. Also, the Cherry Creek Reservoir was kept within one commissioner district. And the large lots that are in the southeast corner of Commissioner District 3, or southwest corner of Commissioner District 3, were kept in Commissioner District 3 because they're large lots and they are more of a rural community than they are compatible with Commissioner District 2. Map B. Map B was one of the considerations that we looked at. One of the factors was to consolidate the northern parts of Cherry Creek School District. To do that, we put Glendale and Holly Hills both in Commissioner District 4. They are currently in Commissioner Districts 5 and 1, respectively. Commissioner District 3 population is a little lower than the other commissioner districts, but still the difference between the populations, the largest and the smallest, is 4.37%. Quite honestly, on all 4 maps, the Commissioner District 3 has a little less population than the other commissioner districts because of future growth. The communities of interest that we looked at were the Interstate 25 corridor and the large lots in the southwest corner of Commissioner District 3. Commissioner, I got that word on my mind, I guess. Map C is not commissioner, but map C is a map where I'm trying to maintain the community of Centennial. We found that we could actually put Centennial in one commissioner district. It's currently not in one, it's in 3, I believe. We can't put the city of Aurora in one commissioner district because the population is nearly 360,000 people. That's almost 3 commissioner districts worth of the county. But in that map C, so the city of Centennial is all within one commissioner district. That's District 2. Greenwood Village, then, we would move into Commissioner District 1. The area around Cherry Creek State Park is wholly contained within Commissioner District 4. And Holly Hills and Glendale would be in Commissioner District 1 on that map. It's a little hard to see until you get close that there is a difference between those purples and purples colors. But that's option C. Option D is the map that was drawn with the smallest amount of change. It most closely resembles how the current commissioner districts are lined up. In this one, Commissioner District 3 is still a little smaller than the other districts, but the variance from the largest population commissioner district and the smallest in population is only 1.69%. There's about 2,214 people. Foxfield on this map is kept within Commissioner District 3 because the character of that community is more like the character of Commissioner District 3. Communities of interest that were maintained within Commissioner District 3 were Aurora Knolls, Hutchinson Heights, and Seven Hills. The community of Lakeshore, which is currently within 2 commissioner districts, would then be all put in 1 commissioner district, District 4. Those are the 4 options. Going to open it up now for public comments. And if you filled out a little sheet of paper, that's fine. We want to hear from anybody. Individuals that are invited to speak to the Redistricting Advisory Committee about any topic relative to redistricting. Individuals should state their name and address for the record, this is a recorded meeting, prior to making remarks. Virtual public comment is allowed during the public engagement period by calling phone number 1-855-436-3656. And when you are prompted on the phone, press *3 to enter into the speaking queue. You must disclose if you are under contract to or receive any compensation for advocating or making recommendations to the Arapahoe County Citizens Redistricting Advisory Committee. If this is the case, please list the name of the relevant organization or entity. So I will open it up for public comments.
Nobody online.
Okay? Anybody who wish to speak, just wait.
We're all friends here.
Yeah, it's Randy Brown.
It's Randall Miller. I live at 550 my address.
Yes.
Randall Miller, I live at 57625 East County Road 46, Strasburg. So just out of curiosity, from what I just had a quick glance and I'm trying to look through here, did any of the lines cut through HOAs? Were HOAs taken into consideration? And then my other question would be, was there any line movements that would have pushed a commissioner out of their current commissioner location, like for year 1 or 2?
Okay, in answer to your first question, HOA organizations or neighborhood associations, whether they were official or not, were considered. However, we have to consider it in order from the other criteria, which was make them equal, look at the Voting Rights Act, communities of interest together, and so on and so forth. So yes, there were a lot of criteria. We looked at school districts, we looked at fire districts, we looked at water districts, we looked at HOAs, we looked at cities and towns. We had like 20 maps that we were going back and forth, looking at how those communities lined up. One of the criteria that was specifically excluded under state statute was to look at where current county commissioners reside now. However, the changes happen in August. Anyone who is in office will hold that seat until their next election. But we were not allowed to look at where those commissioners resided. And that was from state law, that 30-10-106, it wasn't 36. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes.
My name is Rachel Miller. I live at 1450 South White Lane, Watkins.
Okay.
Zip code is 80137. So I make up that southern side of Watkins, which is very rural. I don't know if you guys have been out to Watkins area. I think my biggest concern, and there isn't a lot of overlay on these maps, like we definitely have maps that are very good and they're drawing, but it would be so beneficial if they would overlay the existing map over the other maps. You can really see the boundaries, because I mean, trying to read these maps, plus the cotton socks, I looked at it earlier and I was like, man, this is rough, because it, you know, we're not using the same roads that we were previously, right? So, you know, so that overlay would be huge, huge and helpful. You know, I've been called my whole life, and I grew up in Elizabeth and Harvard area, and so I'm very much used to the rural community. I guess my biggest concern is, you know, District 3, we have a conservative commissioner that is in that district, and he's the last one left. And if we don't really be careful about what we're doing, we're going to cancel out the rural vote in the city. And I think that's my biggest concern is that, you know, we have to accept that we have a changing dynamic in the state, and things have definitely changed over the last 30 years. And, you know, some of those have been good, some of those have been bad, but it's also not fair to cancel out that rural vote. And if we're not very careful with what happens in these district lines, Mr. Baker only won by 190 votes. And there's not a lot of votes out there. And so what kills you out there in Byers, in Deer Trail, the further you get east, there's only 200 people voting in this tiny town. And that, I mean, you're like, well, it's 200 people, there should be more of them and have more of a voice. It's that whole rural community that opinion is lost. And so that's why I'm here, is just I'm very concerned. For me, I want to see an option that has the least amount of impact. When you're talking being down only 2%, that's a lot when you only have such a small amount of votes out of that rural end of the corridor. So 2% is a lot. You know, like I said, I know we have to stay within that 5%, but 2% is a lot. And there definitely is, you know, different ideas and different values in different communities, right? And so I just don't want to see those people, you know, be eliminated. Nobody should be eliminated, right? You know, no matter how you feel or how you think, everybody should still have a say. And that's probably my biggest concern, is to not lose that rural vote. And what I see a lot going on in a lot of, you know, different district maps is we have a lot of east to west boundaries going on. And the more east to west boundaries that we have, the more gerrymandering that can occur because of the fact they're holding in a rule in a city in one, and the city will be able to cancel out rural votes. So that's all I ask that you guys consider. My opinion, most in favor, probably D. I'm not even sure if it's the right option because I haven't looked at all the boundary lines, but it's the one that has the least amount of impact and stays close to what we currently have going forward. That does split through a neighborhood. Some of the new neighborhoods that are up off of 6th Avenue and Gun Club Road, it splits right down the middle of like Ladonia over there by Vista Peak and all those things over there. I haven't looked, but it does split. Like one neighborhood on one side and one's on the other, you know, literally two different voting slots right in that area. But like I said, I know there's no perfect solution, but I just hope that the committee here and the board here really considers, you know, there's literally only one rural district left, and I hope you consider that as you go forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Not commenting on what you said, but I will give you some more information. These maps are difficult to read. However, if you go to www.arapahoe, if you have an agenda, it's on here. www.arapahoegov.com/redistricting.
Yeah.
You can make any more public comments that occur to you on that.
Okay.
There is also a redistricting tool
I
on
didn't
there.
see that. I didn't know how to use it, but.
Yeah, and you can actually draw that of your own and submit it to us.
Okay.
It's really a cool tool. It really is. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. There it is.
Thank you.
And I can't see the back of my head. I could when I was a dad, but now my son's grown, so I can't see that. But anyway, you can actually draw a map and see how it would fit with the criteria. Equal population, looking at the Voters' Rights Act, which does address the concern that you have.
Right, yeah, that's the biggest concern. Different precincts, you know, you really like to get down to a precinct level at certain points, I think, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to have this meeting and get our opinions. So I
can't break it.
Oh, good.
That's what I was told, so if we break it, I was told that, so. Okay? Anyone else have any public comments? Do I have anybody on Facebook?
Nobody in the queue.
We have one more public engagement meeting. You are all welcome to. You didn't have to just come here because you live in Commissioner District 3. The next one will be at Arapahoe Center Point Plaza on Monday night, 6 p.m. We also have 2 more meetings of the committee. We will look at all the feedback we received. And we will look at all the feedback we received and make any adjustments that seem appropriate. Our meeting is May 8th, and then there's another meeting on May 18th, 6 p.m. at the Administration Building, the Arapahoe County Administration Building. Those are open to the public too, and they are also, what do we live stream or Teams or I forget what we're doing about it. But you can find that information on arapahoegov.com/redistricting. Anyone else have any further comments?
So then what happens? You have A, B, C, D.
Right.
Now,
What we will,
I mean, you will consider people's opinions and comments. And then final map, how many did you have? And,
we have to submit 3 to the county commissioners, and then they can make any adjustments. They will hold public hearings on those 3 submissions also. And then they can make any comments, or they can say, we want you to consider this and that, and come back with another map to us. From that, they will ultimately make the decision for one map.
I agree. So out of A,
Or they
B,
can
C,
do their own.
D, I'm sorry.
Or they can just do their own.
They could do their own.
Oh, they can do it. I see. So from A, B, C, D, you guys will suggest or submit 3 maps, and who decides that 3 maps will go to you guys?
The 9 members of the advisory committee. Yeah, and if you're not familiar, and this wasn't part of our talking points, but the county commissioners chose the advisory committee by selecting 3 members who were registered in the county as Republicans, 3 members who were registered in the county as Democrats, and 3 members who were unaffiliated. And there's also, for each of those 3 groups, an alternate who will serve if any of us are not at it. Okay. For the gentleman who just came in, we're still taking public comments. If there's anything you'd like to say about any of these maps, or
No, I'm here from the Ice Sunday Scout
okay.
in Strasburg, so.
All right. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. No more comments. I would entertain a motion from the committees to adjourn. Moved by Dave, seconded by Deb. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. If you want to stick around, we'll certainly.
I'm sorry.
Doug left out communications.
With who?
With Arapahoe County Communications.
Oh, Skelly?
Skelly.
Skelly, okay. You have graphics of all these, don't you?
Yeah, so,
Can you email
hold
them to me?
on. No, actually,